I'm Juliet Shillingford and I'm the designer of Dolly for New Perspectives.
See what I mean? So it's just kind of a, you know, so we can make the decision about this colour.
I'm in charge of really everything you see on the stage apart from the lights. So costumes, set, props, and everything there is part. I have to make the choices about what you see visually. There's not a huge amount of props, but just the details it's important to get right. That sort of sets us in the context, really. I think it's always interesting working on a new piece of writing that's never been done before, and it's something I've done for New Perspectives quite a bit, so I suppose I'm used to it, but it's always something quite exciting because you get a script and you read, the first time you read the script then things change a lot and you get rewrites and lots of things added and taken away, and that can be quite exciting to see that process and be involved in that. I mean, obviously you don't make the decisions, but be involved in seeing those changes happen and seeing how a story develops. It is always busy, and you always are doing 4 different jobs at once, so you have to keep things in your head, a lot of things in your head at once. But obviously there's also other people. You rely on managing other people managing you, the stage manager and production manager, and people sort of managing your time and asking you the right question and reminding you of what you're supposed to be doing next, and that's very useful. I very much enjoy working with New Perspectives. I think they're an exciting company, and I like the way it's for me as well, because it's quite a small company. You almost get to do a lot of different things, which is good. Rather than having a big team of people that do things, you do an awful. It's quite hands-on. I always end up painting things and sewing things and sticking things together, and I quite enjoy that. So it's good.
Okay, I'm Stuart Crowhill and I'm the lighting designer for Dolly. I think the key thing for this show is that it is set around the music, and then the pub atmospheres and the gig feel is very important to the show, and I've got to blend that with the kind of high-tech world of the science. Well, I want to try and get some nice moving lights onto it, especially in the second half where they've got a little bit more money and it's kind of sort of higher production values on the songs themselves. And obviously in the larger spaces that's not a problem, but I really would like to try and get those into the village halls as well. That's why I was saying, could I put some across the top? That's kind of what I was getting at with the top of the track. If not, we can put 2 side booms at the back. Obviously the play's written about the 2 Dollys, and so in a way the lighting mirrors that, and it's about getting those 2 worlds together.
My name is Richard Reedy. I'm the musical director at New Perspectives at the moment. My role is to basically make sure by opening night all the music is perfect and sounds spot on, and to begin with teach the notes, teach to sing the notes the actors have got to sing, and then with this show Dolly I need to oversee the actors playing their own instruments, which will be an interesting experience, and try and make them sound like a country and western band in 4 weeks. The challenge is to get this brilliant cast we've got together to actually sound like they've been playing it for years and years and years, not 4 weeks. Musically, I've spent the summer listening to Dolly Parton recordings and frankly scribbling out, because we wanted to sound as like the original recordings as possible. We've got banjo players, mandolin players, ukuleles, electric guitars, double bass, drums, piano, violins, accordions. There's going to be all sorts, and then they're passing it around. Yes, and quite nervous in that I've got to hand it over to them at some point, because I won't be, I'm not playing for the show. I'm going to be sat out watching it with Daniel, the director. We're sweating a bit.